Hey guys, so I'm just going to explain here the new interface that we're going to have on the application. Okay, so when you get to my trips, this screen is going to stay the same. The users are going to click on begin a trip. Okay, this screen also is going to stay the same, but we're going to add a new question on the first step. The new question is going to say, is this a multi-load? Yes or no? By default, it's going to be set to no. If it is set to no, the app will continue in the same way how the app works currently. But if the user says, yes, this is a multi-load, then it will enter into a new setup screen. Okay. So what will be the new setup screen? First, the user will select here the first load. Okay. So the user is saying, okay, I'm going to load allocation A, and yes, this is multi-load. So the user will enter into this screen that says, okay, drive to location, which is the screen that it will enter also in the old version of the app. But then when he finish, then he will click here, finish load. So he will finish the load and he will enter into a new screen. The new screen will show all the loads that he has now gone to. So for example, in this case, I went to location A. Let's change this to location B. And let's change it to location C, okay? So in this case, the user has gone to location A, location B, and location C. Now, okay, I want to drive to a new location. What do? I have to click here on this button that says drive to new load. You can change the naming if you think there's a better one for that. So what does this do is that it's gonna take me to the next screen where it tells me, okay, where do you wanna now load at? Where are you going? So I'm gonna say, for example, here, location D, okay? When I here select location D, what this is gonna do, it's gonna take me to the GPS screen, this GPS screen, okay? This GPS screen is gonna track me from the location, let's say location C, because let's say that was the last location I went to location D. So I'm going to drive to location D. Now, when I get to location D, I click here, finish, arrive at location. And then here I want to select, okay, well, this is already pre-selected because I say location D from before. This is going to be auto-populated. So at location D, I'm going to have the opportunity to say what was the wait time to load, what was the estimated volume at location D, what was the truck ticket number for location D, and if there was any comments for location D. Okay. Now, once I finish loading at location D, I'm gonna say here complete load. This is gonna take me back to the screen where I was before, and you should have here one more. Let me just make it easy for you to read. Okay, now I'm gonna have here in the bottom a new load. It's gonna say location D. So here it tells me the date of and the time that I went there and the truck ticket ID or the truck ticket for that location, and the AC motor for that location. So as you can see, so far in this trip, I have loaded in 4 locations, okay? And in all of these locations, I have loaded one cube, okay? Now I can continue and then I can click here, and then once I click to add new load, it will take me back to this screen where it says, okay, where is your next load? And then I'm gonna say, my next load is going to be at location E. Okay, so drive again to location E, fill this up for location E, and then once you finish, it's going to take you back to the screen where it says, okay, well, you finished location D, and it's going to load a new item here saying that this user loaded at location E. Okay, now, I'm thinking that allowing these people or the users to do multi-loads, it will bring a lot more user errors. Why? Because the user might have said yes to multi-load when it wasn't a multi-load, but we already brought them to these screens. Okay, so we need a little bit more flexibility. So what I'm thinking here, the first flexibility I'm thinking that they are gonna ask for is that maybe they did a trip, this, for example, this location D, they did this trip and they didn't meant for that trip for some reason. So what do they have to do? They have to click now on this item right here, and then they can edit the information or they can delete it. They can delete this load. So they can say, okay, I never went to location D. So once they delete this, we'll remove and say, okay, well, this is a multi-load, yes, but you went to these 3 locations, not to the location D. Okay, so again, they can edit this or they can delete it. This functionality, it's only coming for multi-loads and only coming for the if you enter into a multi-load screen. Okay, it will not work for the old version. It will only work if you're entering in the multi-mode mode. Okay, let's just say mode. Now, okay, finally, I say, okay, I went to 4 locations. I loaded my 4 cube meters, 1 cube meter for each location. And then here I say, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna drive now to my unload location. So when I click here, drive to unload, now it goes back to the original setup screen of the app, and then it tells you, okay, now you're on step 5. I can't remember which is the step, but now it's gonna show a screen saying the GPS screen saying, okay, drive to the unload location, and at the unload location you're gonna do everything that you do regular in the regular app right now that we have. Now, on the last screen of the app where we have whole confirmation, I repeat, whole confirmation, we're gonna have something that says multi-load, and then it's gonna be set to yes in this case, and then it's gonna say load locations, and we used to put here the name of the load location that the user went to, but instead we're gonna have here, it's gonna say click to view. When the user clicks here, it's gonna take them to the screen where they can manage the locations that they went to. They can see, okay, I went to location A, let's just say I went to location B, and I went to location C. And they can say, oh, I forgot that I actually went to D as well. So what do? I can add a new load. If I click add a new load, it's gonna take me to a screen similar to this one. Now it won't open the GPS anymore because I'm in the whole confirmation, but it will open a screen like this one where I can enter the information. Okay, I went to this location, this was the time, this was the estimated volume, this was the truck ticket ID, and they can add a new one here. At the same time, they can also delete. So they can click on this one and they can say, I actually never went to C. I created that by mistake. So they can click on this one and they can delete that. Once they delete it, it's forever gone. Okay, and then we will just be submitting this to our servers. Okay. Again, I foresee complications in terms of how does this work. So I think there needs to be a video that you guys create for the drivers and explaining them how these work, so they get used to it. Again, the only ones affected will be running multi-loads, so most of them will keep the app the same. But this will apply for those people that will be running multi-loads. It might get confusing. That's what I'm thinking. It might get confusing. It's a matter of getting used to. I put a lot of thought into this user experience. I think this is the optimal. This is the way to go. If you have a suggestion, it's always welcome. I think we have to anticipate any obstacles that the user might have before we even go ahead and develop this. So yeah, just go through the screen and then see if you have any suggestions. But I think it's pretty solid at this point. If anything, I would suggest to take out the GPS screen. I think it's a little bit useless. I think so. Right. Other than that, I think it's good.